Hi and welcome back, Pisces, to your reading for the week. I do hope that you're enjoying these posts. If you are, we'll get on straight with your reading now and go to the bottom left hand side. Now we started off with the Empress. Now the Empress is always about nurturing. So see that Pisces, you've been doing a lot of nurturing here, but she's also growth and she brings new ideas. So new ideas to be born, but also she brings pregnancies. So there could be news of births to come here as well. But going back to what she symbolises is the renewal, bringing ideas, bringing things to birth. Now, I also see that you've got a 5. Now, 5s are always the battlers. Rad cards to have a 5 because although you've gone through battles and even maybe battles in pregnancy, you've also battled through and come through situations. Now, never look back because if you do, you can pick up so much hurt. Now, this card, to me, is feeling like you've had a battle, but you've not one that you've walked away from and one you won't be defeated on. So although it's been difficult and times hard, you showed your authority there. And sometimes you battle through hardship and hard times, but not showing it to a lot of people as well. I feel like you kind of, your strength is within there. You do show justice. Now, that's a fair fight. You only look for fair fights. Now, it's about balance as well, where you like it even. If it's justice, you like to be evenly balanced. So again, looking at her, she shows that although she's in charge and she has authority, again with the sword, she looks for justice. So that's what you do. You like things to be fair around you. Now, you're very loyal because we can see that the 2 dogs are showing up around the wealth card there. So again, it's loyalty and wealth and being a tower of strength around others. And so it's a group of wealth card. It's all grouping together. But I also feel that this card reflecting on, just how much you've grown and how much the worth is round. But the loyalty is what's in that card to me that's standing out here. You do have to take stock of your finances though, even though I said you've got your wealth card in that 10 there, but it's a completion of a cycle of maybe work and what's coming to you through generosity, what you've earned, and now having that wealth to do what you want. But look at the finances and look into your finances because you could be doing that at the moment in time or looking into financial situations. Now you've got to keep money under your feet and in your hand and balancing it. As we can see, it's well balanced. But it's a great financial card to have because it's showing that money's not a problem. It's around you. But again, it can go a little bit stale if we keep hold of it too tightly. So it's got to move there as money. It's got to have a way of moving around. But significantly, I feel this card is saying to you that taking stock of what you've got and balancing your finances. So we're looking into situations then. The moon is there, which is a crabby card to have. It's a kind of a card that, you don't put you under any illusions, but it's a card that can be very unpredictable. So circumstances around you that you could not predict happening can suddenly come to light. So remember that the moon is there, but it's also to deal with your emotions. You're going to feel a little bit up and a little bit down and a kind of emotionally all over the place at this moment in time, but you will have to keep ploughing ahead there because although I see the finances card, all 3 at this side, they're showing that you're nurturing things and looking into things, and sometimes you've got to have patience when it comes to finances because although I'm looking at what I've saved, I've also got to look at the amount that I've got to get through yet, and my money's got to grow for me. So as you're looking at this and taking stock, be patient till you get to the point where money starts to grow for you there. The sun is out for you, so there's better times to come. Now, although looking at that, it's a happy card, and again, things brightening up, and the sun coming again out for you, so happy times and family times and coming together there. The King of Wands relates to the kind of very ambitious, so you Pisces can find that you've got a very way of moving forward, but you will stick your heels in when you need to do, not budge, because you've got that part of you that's, although you're very ambitious, nothing will stand in your way, whatever you do. So remember that don't be too hard on yourself. Just that you sit there and you're building and you're working well, but you've got to make sure that you don't kind of burn the midnight oil and it costs, you know, other people's expense, but the hard work and the dedication that you place into achievement will be very successful and pay off, because the Ace of Pentacles brings you no money there. I'm going to refer you to the card at the back, which refers to the Death card. Now, we can call that a completion card, the end of something and the beginning of new. Also, we can refer to, because it's come out twice in your reading, both in there and the top of the right hand bottom card there. You could have suddenly probably had a passing around you, or know someone that's gone into the spirit. But remember, it's a rebirth. So as we say, is we don't die, we're just reborn. So again, a change of vocation, but knowing that facing things and looking things, but I think it's ending things and the beginning of new, so because it's a cycle card there. The Ace of Pentacles brings you no money into your hands. So this, whether it comes in the form of a windfall, but it's money you don't have to work for. So money will be placed there solidly into your hands. So to have to do the things that you want to do, money's going to be there to do that. But again, holding on to that and firmly tuck it into your hand there. As I feel that's what I'm looking when I look at the card. Although you've got no battles showing up around you, the Ace of Swords brings you a battle there, but it's not one you're frightened of, because the reef's on the top. So it's, you know, you can struggle through new things. It's the here and now. So whether it's new battles to be faced and new battles you've got to go through, you've got to be sharp and blunt throughout these battles, but hold the sword up there firmly, knowing that you will not be defeated. You have got that card there that's going to bring you a gathering together of people, a social get together. And again, it's all the cups there. So again, the hospitality is there and showing that, so gathering with people. You do have the card there that's showing me the scales. Now the scale's about balancing things once again, but it's about caring and sharing and giving and taking. And note that sometimes you have to take a little bit yourself. Note that you, whether it's within a little bit of people sharing that, wanting to help you a little bit. Don't be kind of not acceptance of this, because sometimes pride stands in our way, but note that the scales there are there to balance you up. So giving and taking, you need to do this. The star's there for you. A lot of emotion you've got to pour from this star. So you've got to release things from you. So you'll see things being poured out there. And by doing that, releasing the things, your star at the back of you will become much, much brighter. It's a patience card as well. So be patient, you know, with things, but pour things out and kind of look up a little bit here, because you're looking down in this card and we need you to face things and look to the stars. All right. So again, for things to brighten up, we have to work through things, get rid of the emotion. The Fool is there, which takes you on new journeys. Now the Fool is the naught. Although it can begin, again, it's ending of a journey and the beginning of a new one, because the Fool is about taking a few risks. Sometimes if it's referring to the younger Pisces here, it's about not getting too near the edge, you know, not getting too overconfident. Note that somebody's always there to watch and protect you, but also packing up your troubles and going forward a little bit. But, you know, you've got to know that your journey's just beginning, and to take your time and don't take unnecessary risks. I see that the Six of Wands has come for you. That means, although if you do take a few risks and you do get the parade there that's showing you coming back and enjoying it, remember that these things are short-lived. So don't go into anything or taking any risks unnecessary. As that card links you forward there, again, it's proud and victorious. But remember, as I said, can be very, very short-lived. The Wheel of Fortune's coming in now, and that means, again, it's working yourself round. You're going to be on top and bottom. You're going to be feeling that things are moving slowly, then you're up and you're down, but the wheel does keep turning, and your fortunes do keep turning. So after you get moving again, and you kind of want to, you've completed your wheel, and you've got to where you want to be, you're going to have the Judgment. Now that means, again, a renewal, a new start, new beginning, and an awakening. So you're rising above all the things in your past, the difficulties is doing, but you keep getting your challenges, but up you keep coming, you keep waking back up, and you keep rising up to them. The Knight of Cups is walking you proudly forward, and again, with your emotions, look there, so the Cup of Emotions is you going forward, and you can be proud of yourself, and the proud of when you look back, just exactly how uplifting and moments you've had where gratitude is always what you've given. I see the Death card again, you see, as it comes as your main card, and the card into here, which is showing me that although there's loss there and deep loss, I feel also you're trotting on, you can be proud of yourself, but also you can have to look up sometimes and face things on. So if it is a grieving card, you're going to have that little bit of support there and keep trotting onward and forward. Otherwise, if you can see that, it's just something that we call our site recycling, because it's the ending of one door's closing and the start of new doors, so new adventures to come for you. I see then there you've got the Four of Wands. So again, it's a little bit like work to be completed. It's not all done, it's got to be finished. So some project we've started needs finishing. Some work to be done on property needs finishing. Some work to make us a happy home needs finishing. So it's a completion card once again. So it's the ending of the old things and all the beginning of the new to make that happy dwelling place, which you can see you've ended on. So working there to make that happiness. So although it's a difficult situations in and around you, but again, I feel like we're going forward. Although we get that little bit of movement with us, but remember the Judgment card is rising you above everything. So I'll leave that with you. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, like and subscribe, or even leave a comment. And I'll be back with you in the following week to post you another video. Thank you very much for listening.